Hi everyone. I wanted to talk to you guys about color palette. It's one of the best practices that I've had to work on with regards to working with Leonardo AI and just trying to get the colors, or at least the picture, the way I want it. I admit I am not the greatest with colors. Yes, I can tell them. I'm not colorblind by any stretch, and I can tell the variations in colors, but there are people who can come up with the exact name of that particular color, and I'm like, I know it's a darker kind of red, or it's a lighter kind of green, or it looks like aquamarine, but some people can come up with the actual, they just have these amazing skills that I do not have. So when I'm trying to come up with a picture that really kind of is going to be distinctive, I rely on a color palette. Now, there is no right or wrong color palette. There's no right or wrong way. But for me, if I want to get, it kind of helps me to get my ideas flowing. So if I want to kind of get a bit of an idea spur, I'll go to my trusty handy. This is part of my color palette, this piece right here. These are little color palettes that I come up with, or have come up with just through some research. And they give me an idea of a mood. That's what the color palette does. It kind of dictates the mood of your picture. And of course it goes along with all the other parts that I've talked about, which are the appearance and even the media that you're using, the style. So it's really another aspect to make your AI image more distinctive and even more, I guess, impressive in certain ways. Alright, so let's go ahead and let me go through what I've learned are the 5 types of basic color palettes that people use. Okay, we have the monochromatic, which is basically, one single color that you can use. And I think this right here is a Packard car. It's one of those old-time cars. And I think one of the ways to really describe it is just if I put in, alright, let me put background, because that's how I like to tell the system that I'm going to be dealing with background colon monochromatic. Alright, and I think with this one it should come out like a typical black and white, which it's still stunning. But of course, depending on what you're trying to achieve, depending on what your intent is, it may not necessarily work for you. But see, it actually looks honestly, if it looks kind of Casablanca-ish, which I'm good with. But if I wasn't going for that, then of course that would be a problem. Then you have the triadic, which are just 3 colors. Okay, everything that we have here as far as the color palette is on a color wheel. I have seen the color wheel. I can't tell, equidistant. I am not that person. But with the triadic, I know that it is 3 colors that are evenly spaced around the color palettes, and they're supposed to really and truly just kind of, I don't want to say complement each other, but they create enough contrast to make that it makes it look interesting. You have complementary, which are the ones that do like opposite colors, and you can create contrast. And then you have, I think, the analogous ones, which are they share the similar undertones. So it's kind of like monochromatic, but it looks just like monochromatic. Looks like it's from a different area. This one, the undertones make it a much more cohesive picture and just make it look. I'll show you what it looks like. It looks actually gorgeous. And then the tetradic is basically tetradic. Excuse me, are the 4 colors that are actually, again, they are 2 sets of complementary colors. Again, they have the whole thing that they're the equidistant and all that. But I looked at them like, I'll just stick with what I have learned as far as the hex codes. So what I'm going to do, and this is something that's very unusual, I've never quite done this, is that I'm going to include the hex codes in my renderings. So let's see what happens, because I've never quite done this. I've just kind of put in the name, and it seems to, like, I put in pastel, and I put in, nature's colors, stuff like that. But let's put in the actual color palette numbers and see what comes up. Alright, so in this case we've got monochromatic, which is beautiful, but let's try a monochromatic hue from my little list here. So we have, ooh, shades of purple. Alright, so let me try this. Okay. Color palette. Let's see. Color palette of, okay, these are the hex codes. And these are just, it's there's a color palette that I use in W3, and it kind of gives me an idea of what the colors look like. But let's see what this one comes up with. I'm totally curious to see what it will do. As far, you know, I've never really done this, so I'm not really sure what's going to happen. And this color palette, yeah, again, is monochromatic shades. Oh, that is nice. Okay, it's very helpful, actually. I probably should do this so I can have an idea of what colors I'm dealing with. Okay, these are the color palettes that it comes up with, or these are the numbers that it represents. The colors that represent the numbers that I put in, those hex, the hex numbers for the colors, and it actually looks really stunning. So you can take a look and see some of the different colors that they have on here, the different greens, and then you have the color palettes for the blue. So yeah, it actually is pretty interesting. Alright, let's try the color palette. Let me see. Did I just do shades of purple and it came out green, or did I just choose green? I did choose shades of purple. Alright, let's try the shades of, I think I might have copied this wrong, but we'll just see. Let's see if this comes out to be the purple or the green. Okay, so this one comes out with a much deeper green. Let me see what this color looks like. Yep. So we have these different shades of green here, and then you have these beautiful trees that come out and just pop against that green. It looks really stunning. So, and then it has that top that makes it look like it's a soft top. It could be a soft top, but it looks really good. Alright, so let's try one of the triadic colors. I think I've used, let me see. Oh, hold on a second. Let's try Warm Sunset. Background colors, shades. Okay, let's go color palette of this. Let's try Warm Sunset. To me, maybe that might work. I think I've just included Warm Sunset, not the numbers, but we'll see what happens. Oh, that is stunning. Okay. So it does give you that beautiful orange and the nice shading. It does look stunning for this, for sure. What if I were to actually take out that Warm Sunset color palette, the Warm Sunset part? Would it give me the other color palettes? Pictures like those? Okay, that's actually a much softer, but it is very nice. It's a little bit softer than the other one. The other one was just like Warm Sunset all the way. So this one shows like kind of like a green, and okay, a brown and green. Speaking of which, let me try Nature's palette. Let's see. Nature's palette. Okay, let me try, let's see what the colors from Nature's palette are. I think I have it down here. Yes. This one. Okay, so this is one. Nature's palette is a triadic. So let's see what we got here. Oh, wow. I love it. Yeah, it's basically just very, it looks like something out of a movie, to be perfectly honest. You definitely see this like in a cinematic um, or in a cinematic backdrop. This is really great. And then if you were to even go into the edit canvas and kind of expand it, it would look even more stunning. Wow. Okay. Okay, let's try one of the complementary colors. Okay, I like the dynamic duo. That looks very interesting. I've never tried this one, but it's just something that I found on the palette. That I found, ooh, that would work. Okay. Okay. Color palettes. Dynamic duo. I don't know if I should put that name in there, but we'll see. It can't hurt. Oh, cool. Yeah, it looks very stately, especially with the building. It looks like an old-time building with an old-time car, so it does give it that very classic, or that classy look to it. All right. I think I've tried Vibrant Energy before, so I wanted to actually show you guys what that color palette looked like. It's incredibly. Let me see the Vibrant Energy. It is absolutely just stunning, and you guys will. I think some of you would definitely appreciate it. Yep, that's it. See, it's amazing to me because if you were to kind of do like a pop art type style, then it would actually, something like this color palette would definitely make your picture incredibly stunning. And it would, of course, the AI would feed off of the colors from the pop art and then, match the colors or maybe even contrast the colors, but really put in some colors that would work well within the picture and just make it look bright and just energetic, which is what the color palette was meant to do. Alright, I'm going to try one of the Analogous. Let me see what I've tried. The Analogous. Oh, that was the Warm Sunset. Yes, that was it. Earthy Tones. And let me try the Triadic. Oh, Warm Autumn. Warm Autumn is one of my favorite. And we're going to try that one. Okay. Warm Autumn. Okay, let's see how that. I think it should be. Just make you want one of those, pumpkin spice lattes or what have you. It should be just an absolutely stunning. Yep, and I was right. See, imagine a car like that against a very lush backdrop like that, and of course, if you were to go into edit canvas and just expand it, it would absolutely be stunning. So I love these color palettes. And if anything, what I'll do is I'll share these color palettes with you guys in the description, so you can try it out for yourself and see which ones you like, and maybe you can find some others to complement your color palettes for your pictures. But go ahead and give these a try in whatever you're doing, and let me know how it goes. All right, thanks, and see you in the next video.